Alrighty guys, so today we're going to be going over the Stalker Gamma and just getting started in it. When you choose a game, you usually are faced with this character selection screen, and on your first gameplay, you may not know what any of this stuff means. So to start with, I'm going to go over the character screen. So here you pretty much see your relations to every faction. Anything that's yellow, you're neutral with. This does not mean you're technically friendly with them, it just means you're neutral with them, so they will not attack you on sight. Anything that's red will attack you on sight. Based off your faction, these amounts will change, just like bandits are going to be unfriendly with everyone and friendly to mercenaries and freedom, or neutral, so they won't attack you on sight. Ecologists are usually the easiest route because you're only fighting monsters, bandits, and monoliths. Bandits usually spawn all over the maps. Monolith spawns more in the northern part of the map, so just keep that in mind whenever you're choosing your character. So we're going to choose the Stalker faction. You can go over all these other factions and just look at what they're about, what their brief history is, and you can make a decision if you want to do more roleplay gameplay or if you just want to get into the game and get started. I will say each of these factions do have different items you can choose and different kits. For the sake of this guide, we're going to be only going with the Stalkers, but I will just kind of open up these and show you what they show. Obviously, some of them have more NATO weapons and stuff like that compared to Russian weapons. So from there, we're going to choose Stalker just because they have a good average. They're usually not friendly with most of the normal not friendly factions, and then they're neutral with Duty, Clear Sky, Ecologists, and Freedom, which are your normal people you'll just see walking around normally. You can become friendly with any faction. You just have to make sure that you have a way to acquire quests with that faction, rank yourself up, and pretty much level up your relations with them, which we'll go over in a future guide through the PDA so you can see what's going on with that. That'll be probably the next guide or the one right after that. So from here, you choose your character portrait. I have set my name to Luca Chiquetta, which is the name I'll be using in a DayZ roleplay server that is for Stalkers. So just keep an eye out for videos on that, and I can also there will also be info on how to get involved with that. So as you can see, I did have it set to Eat Hard and Survivalist. We're going to set it to Tourist because if you're starting the game, that's the mode you want to be on. You'll want to choose a shotgun. I'm not going to talk about any of the weapons because the ammo for the shotgun is more apparent. You can also go with the SKS. It's just you aren't going to be getting as much ammo for it as far as I'm concerned early game. The shotgun is super bountiful. It's good to short to medium range, which is normally your most engagements early on, and it puts down the animals pretty good because it's a good hunting weapon. So your Stalker suit is what you'll choose, and the respirator. These two are very important to keep you alive early in the zone. You can go with the leather jacket if you want to make it so you have more points for other random items, but normally I just go with the Stalker suit because it's a little hard to get good armor early on because you cannot buy armors and weapons inside of the Gamma pack. You have to find them and repair them as you go through the game, which we'll go over in a future guide for repairing and disassembling and stuff like that. It'll go more in depth on how to properly do that. So this is what you normally will go with. You can usually choose a pistol and a binoculars just because you only have 2 shots on the shotgun. If you're on tourist mode, you will shoot the 2 shots in the shotgun, and if you're still dealing with enemies or you don't have enough time to reload because something's like a boar or another animal is like pushing you and it didn't die from those 2 shots, you can whip out your pistol and just finish it off before it kills you. The binoculars are used to pretty much make it so you can zoom in and look at something or people nearby or scout an area, because when you aim at somebody, you can see what faction they are. You'll know if you'll need to be ready to fight them when you get close to them, or if they'll be friendly when you get close to them. Which you'll be based off of each of these factions, and you'll see their symbol and such like that whenever you look at them. So if you're on tourist, I usually suggest choosing the flashlight and these other items, and then you can kind of just throw like a Yadulan in here. This is a regular heal that you'll use normally. As you can see, it has health information. We'll go over how the healing works in a guide in the future. Once we actually get damaged in the game and stuff like that, we have a chance to go over that. So this is normally the normal kit I choose. From here, you don't really need to mess with anything else up here. You'll go down into options, and you can see that there's easy, tourist, warfare, all this other stuff. Campfire mode is automatically inputted into Gamma. This pretty much just means that you can only save at campfires and in friendly bases. You also have something called daddy saves that is added by Gamma, but you'll see that later. We're actually going to be starting this game in hard. I'm just going to be setting this to this for the sake of more hardcore players who may want to play the game in a hardcore setting at first. So for this, I still suggest getting these 4 items. They will help with your survival. The shotgun usually helps with fighting animals. The respirator will help you with radiation. And the binoculars will help you scout areas before you go into them and see who's friendly. So you don't just run up with a shotgun into a 3-group fight and they just start shooting you from multiple directions when you only have 2 shots in your gun. So we're going to go from there, and that's everything you need to know about the beginning of your character guide. Like I said, you can go through each faction, read your backstory, keep an eye on their relations. You don't have to choose the Stalkers. It's just normally your starting locations change based off your factions, so you'll always want to make it so you can start in the rookie village. Because this will make it so you can get easier quests to start your game, and all the quests are normally in Cordon when you get them in Cordon. If you have more questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video and it's helpful, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll be catching you in the next Stalker video, which will be in the same place as this one. As always, good luck out there, Stalkers, and thank you for watching the video.